Yo, how we doing today? Welcome back to the channel. You know what time it is right now. Guys, I'm here to bring you the best information, right? The latest information and the best possible way that I can break this information down for you, right? My personal opinion, guys. It's D's Daily DD. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor and all that good stuff, right? Don't take my advice as financial advice, right? This is for entertainment purposes, right? Mostly, guys, and to keep you updated on what's going on with the stock market, okay? So today, the reason I'm so jacked is because I have some really cool information, some numbers to show you guys to show you that basically when it comes to AMC, it's just a psychological game, right? And you have to learn to play that game because there's numbers in the back, there's math in the back that you can do that kind of like, okay, changes your perspective on the price action, right? Just on the chart. All right, so I got to get into that information. We got information on Lucid, of course, right? Lucid's holding steady right now. Nothing too volatile is happening with it for the day that I saw. So today was kind of mellow, right? It was one of those days that was kind of mellow. And then we have Loopring crypto too, kind of just chilling. And then we have Bitfarms, all right? And there is a little bit of bad information or negative article that I found on Bitfarms that I want to pull up for you guys. But first, I drew out this chart, right? Let's get into this other screen here. And thank you to the new subscribers, guys. My goal is to get to 100, right? That's the first. The next goal, we're almost there, guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. And so here, I'm gonna pull this up, guys. And I've been hearing a lot of talk, right, about the price targets, the brackets, this whole time with AMC, okay? And I think a lot of people struggle to understand this information, and they're like, well, how is it possible that it's going to go to this price or this price? Okay. So I'm going to kind of try to show you how that happens and in a short squeeze. Okay. Because AMC is a short squeeze play. Remember that. Don't forget that. It's not a fundamental play. And what they're showing us on the chart right now, the price, we're still in a really good position. All right, guys, in my opinion. So let me show you why. Okay. So let's take this piece by piece. I'll move this up right now. But first, what I want you to pay attention to is how does the price surge, right, from where it's at currently? How does it shoot up like crazy? So three things have to happen, and they can happen in any order, all right? So the shorts have to cover, that's one of them. Then FOMO kicks in, and then you have the options chain, all right? And that's called a gamma squeeze, not a short squeeze, but a gamma squeeze, but it's because of the options chain. Okay, and this is to explain to you guys the price targets, and the current price means nothing until the shorts cover. And short interest is extremely high right now, guys, right? And so the AMC MOAS, right? That's where we're all here. And what happens? So this is the graph, the chart just going along. You see that dip, and then what happens? The shorts, when they cover, that's what can initiate it, right? You get this kick up, and the price starts rising. And then people see that, and then FOMO hits in. The FOMO is going to hit in even harder with AMC when this all gets going, guys, because they already know where the price has been. So we're going to shoot right past, in my opinion, that 72, right? And then the options chain also, if there's a bunch of options that run in the money, the market makers get in trouble and they have to start buying back the shares. I've talked about it in the past videos, guys, right? And then you see this rocket, that's how the price rockets to the AMC MOAS. And then that's how you get to like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever, right? Right. So that's the explanation. And let me break this down for you guys. All right. I'm no artist, I'm no mathematician, but I do like numbers and whatnot. So what I did is I took this example. So pay attention just to this side right now. May 24th through June 2nd, guys. The price was 1368, right, when the market opened. And then by June 2nd, it was 62.55. Okay. You gained $48.87 per share from that move, and it was a 5 times move, right? From this price to this price, at 5 times itself. The shorts had only covered about 30% of that time, and I'm talking about the June run up, right? And so they didn't cover 100% of the shorts, and back then I think there was like 90 million shares on loan. Okay, right now we're looking at 21% short interest and 107 million shares on loan. Look, and I grabbed that information from here so you guys can. I always back up my information, right, with real stuff. I'm not making any of this up. And then here, look, screenshot today from Twitter, right? Current short interest, 21%. The shares on loan, 107 million shares on loan. That means that those shares are shorted, the real ones, okay? Just theoretically, the real ones. Just follow me here, guys. Not the synthetics, even though in my opinion, I do believe there is synthetics out there. I'm only going to break down the math here for the real shares, right? Just to show you something. So the example here too now. Today's December 16th. The current price is 24.46, guys, right? So I just went with 25, all right? Just to round it to a nice number, just to do some math. December 23rd, right? The same amount of time that we gave here. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying the squeeze is starting right now. I think it's coming any day now, but I don't know. I didn't see the volume there. So the volume today was 43 million. So December 23rd, right? The same move, the 5 times move when the current price is $25, guys, that would take us to $125, right? With the shorts just covering 30% of this number right here, which would be a little bit over 30 million shares out in one day, right? In one hit. The same move that they covered here that they had to, the price would go to about $125 on AMC, guys, all right? And then that's just with the shorts covering, guys. That's not FOMO. That's not the options also giving it gas. Now, think about this, guys. What if they covered what they owe, 100% of the shares, right? 50, 60, 70, whatever percentage were squeezed out of their position, guys. Where do you think this price would go, right? That's why you see these ridiculous squeezes sometimes where literally the price goes to the moon, guys. That's where we're going, right? You know, from my bracket, guys, you know, I think this has the potential to go between 5,000 and 10,000 a share, right? That is my exit strategy. That's where I would start thinking about selling in reality, because this number, guys, the math, guys, this, like I said, it's just with the shorts covering, just going to that. Now, remember, FOMO, options, shorts get, again, imagine they're covered another 30%. And when they have to cover that next 30% at the next price, guys, they're not paying 25. They have to pay the current price, right? So if the price is at 125 and you get that same 5 times move, guys, where do you think the price goes? Just with shorts covering, over $500, okay? That's just a basic explanation of a squeeze, a short squeeze, a real short squeeze, right? And that's what AMC is, guys. Anything over 5 or 10% in short interest, guys, in reality is absurd, right? You're maliciously attacking that stock if you're shorting it like that. How we have been saying, of course, that they've been shorting us. Okay, so I just really wanted to go over that information for you guys. Since today was kind of a wash, you know, nothing really happened on the price action. So I just wanted to give you, you know, that to take away with you. Now, what I posted yesterday, I'm going to point this out again. Don't get faked out, right, with the price. Even though the price has lost 50%, guys, remember when this move happens, this is what happens, right? You go from bam to wham, all right? You get the crazy jumps, the MOAS, all right? And the MOAS will be in the thousands, guys. That's the real MOAS, right, for AMC and GME, of course. So don't get faked out, guys. Look, we are right where we're supposed to be. I pointed this out because even though we had a red day, guys, tomorrow's probably just gonna be sideways, guys. I really don't see the volume's not there. The price isn't gonna move anyway, right? So you're looking at, you know, the next week or two to see what the heck happens, because you also have the situation. There was a big hedge fund that called it quits yesterday, worth billions, guys. I'm sure you heard that news. They said they're out, right? There's too much volatility. There's too much maliciousness, right? Too much criminal activities, with kind of like what they said. And then retail, they said retail has come in and we don't see them leaving, right? So obviously we're doing something, right? Now all I want to see is, again, the same price action that I've been saying, guys. You know, we want to start to make our way back to this support line, because that's a strong support line. That for the shorts they would have a hard time bringing it back down, in my opinion, and especially with what they owe, guys. I mean, they're out of their minds, right? Still doing this, and they're not gonna leave, you know, just because they want to leave, guys. They're gonna be forced out. Something is gonna trigger this, like what happened yesterday, you know, with the information I went over yesterday with the Fed, when they start raising rates and all that stuff. Like it will also affect them, guys, right? It's not just gonna affect us, the retail. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Kind of if you're a day trader, guys, I guess you would like this, right? Because you're all about the peaks, you know, you want to get it at the bottom, sell at the top and whatnot. But right now it's just kind of low volume. This was probably just mostly algorithmic trading, in my opinion. And we can look at the order flow right quick. And you had 1.57 versus 0. So you had institutions buying shares today. 133 in the medium, 147, and then 49 versus 48. So retail was selling and buying today, all right? And short interest, oh, never there. Oh, right. Okay, so volume again, 43 million. What I want to see is this volume pick up, guys. That's what we need to really move this. And again, we need to move this. This looks like a cup right now that's forming, okay? So this, I would expect it to make its way back here to this area soon, guys. I mean, it was just a lot of dampers on the market, right? But it turns around. Remember, the market runs in patterns. And that's why I'm here for the long run, guys, with you guys, because I want to make sure that I'm teaching you skills and things that you can take with you so that later on, when you're more comfortable trading, even if you're new to trading, guys, it's good to just watch the videos, the information if you don't have the money yet, because then when you do have the money, guys, then you'll be ready to throw the money in and you'll know what to do, right? So again, let's just look at this chart. The last thing I'm gonna point out with AMC is here we go, like this move, guys. Everything on this chart is the same, just in a bigger macro move, right? And this, because this is a bigger chart, bigger move, bigger price action. And sorry. Remember that this looks very suspicious, right? To me, this looks like this part right here. Now I know it's a red candle, but the color, what I learned recently, is doesn't always matter. It's more about what the pattern looks like. And guys, I mean, this looks like a dip that's ready to rip, all right? Because remember, whenever there's a huge push, I always point out there's a dip. This dip right here would match. If the move went up here like everyone's projecting, right? If that move happens, that plays out perfect into the pattern, guys, right? It makes sense. Like right here's that V where it was supposed to start shooting up, okay? As far as like the mimicking the same algo, but then you had this dip, right? But it doesn't matter because like I told you in the beginning, with that same move, we're going up, right? Like fast, guys. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll just look over the options chain, 25,000 in the money, 6 million shares to borrow. Not much has changed there. And just remember that, you know, they stopped shorting these. They started shorting through the ETFs. This used to be like at 20,000, 15,000. So that's how they're able to keep these shares here without touching them. And then that's why the short interest is rising, because they are shorting us through ETF folders, all right? Yeah, again, we had a lot of potential. This was a big, you know, moment for me where I was looking at. And then here, the next one's here is going to be on the 21st. So we have plenty of time to shoot up, guys. And like I said, this is what would give that extra fuel to move the price action to an insane amount, right? And as you can tell, they're still shorting. That's why the short interest is going up, because they're shorting 50% of the volume. So today we had 43 million, guys. About 20 million shares are shorted, right? Every day. So that's another reason why the current price action isn't the real, in my opinion, right, action. Okay, guys, enough about AMC right now. That's all I got. Let's go ahead and move on to Lucid. And again, I mean, Lucid with today, I mean, it was kind of a flat day, big dramatic. I was surprised. It pushed all the way to 42.29. I didn't think it would come back down under 40, but it was a fake out then, right? This push was just a fake out, maybe to try to get more people to buy options or whatever. And then it came back down. But look, when you zoom out, guys, that's what you want to do, right? When you're in doubt, zoom out. You don't want to always be looking at the 1 minute, 2 minute candles. There's a lot you can miss on there. So this gap needs to be filled, which it looks like it's wanting to. Even if it goes here, it can go here, it can go here. It's got a lot of 3 different options there, right? To make it its way back to 45. Now, I don't know the time. I don't have a crystal ball, right? But I just go with the trends right now. And guys, look. This downtrend, it broke right here, right? It bounced 3 times. Now it's making its way back up, and it's just making higher highs and higher lows. And that's bullish momentum, right? That's what you want to see to move this to the upside, okay? Now let's just look at the order flow. Volume was what, 54 million under. the average today. All right. And let's see what we got cooking here. So you're talking about 447 versus 512. So you do see the price action match to where there's more money going out. And yeah, institutions, big institutions were buying today, not mostly selling, right? Not mostly buying. 196 versus 243. So a lot of medium orders. And then I bet you, yeah, retail was selling for some reason. 219 versus 177. All right. Remember, retail doesn't have the same tools that these big institutions have, even as far as like these indicators and stuff. They have more data, more information. So a lot of times they can fake the retail crowd out. But in my opinion, guys, this is a good price range. This is not a ridiculous price range, I don't think, for this company, right? Because even though there's these articles that come out, right? Let's go and look at this article. I just always like to consider people's perspectives, and I like to look at news and see what's going on, right? Because you don't want to just listen to yourself always, right? You can be wrong as well, but you got to gather information, because the charts, you can't also just rely 100% on the charts either. They'll break sometimes, right? And then so the summary, it seems like a strong contender for the EV space due to its advanced tech and great design. Okay, that's bullish, right? The company will produce around 500 to 600 vehicles this year, and ramping up production will take years. Execution risks remain, and the valuation is very high. Lucid is not a buy today. I believe the returns in 2022 would possibly not be great. Yeah, that's fine, guys. But what you want to do is accumulate shares. Nobody said this was going to make you rich in 2022, right? This is a long-term hold, guys. If you're really going to invest in this, right, it's going to be like three years or more, right, to get into big money, big returns, I would say, in my opinion. And of course, talking about the rise, and it's just his doubt is the further upside in the EV enthusiasm. But especially if interest rates were to climb next year, Lucid could also see its shares come under pressure. All right, which also is aimed for the peers too, not just Lucid, right? So they're up 70% over the last 6 months, but that's for a big reason, because they actually have a product now. Before it was just speculation until they released their product. And some graphing here, right? The risk that he's pointing out is basically the supply chain, them not being able to have the factory to produce as much as they want to as far as cars. And he's just talking about like, the increase, the production. That's what he's doubting. And what else? It's he's also breaking down the math, right? Due to high average sales price of Lucid vehicles, 18,000 vehicles being sold next year should translate into revenues around $2 billion, assuming the average sales price rests north of 100,000, right? So the forecast, it's a very long article, guys. I'm just gonna get to the last part here. I do not think that the potential rewards outweigh the potential execution right here, which is why I do not deem Lucid a buy at the current prices at a lower valuation, maybe, right? Lucid seems like a good pick in the EV space due to its tech advantages. For now, I think that Neo and Xpeng, which offer strong tech at lower valuations, are better picks, all right? But those cars don't compare to Lucid because those are not luxury right now, right? Like Lucid is in its own lane. So to me, it makes sense that their price target is a little bit higher. Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out for Lucid, guys. And then let's just go over Bitfarms, guys. I mean, it's not looking beautiful, not whatsoever, right? I see it's down again. It's moving with Bitcoin as well, right? So nothing's going on there with Bitcoin, and that's why you see this nasty just downtrend. I'm not sure when it's going to end, guys. All I could say is that it's got this next zone here. Let me see if I can pull this over. So I'm going to move this. This is the old supply and demand zone that I had drawn down here. So I'm going to move this over. This one too. Just to see if I can chart a retracement here because of how much downside we've seen. Right? And yeah, that's just not good, guys. I know it's a lot of red. Puts would have been beautiful here, right? This is how you would be able to make money on the way down. If you had a lot of puts, you would have made crazy money on those all right, because it's gone down almost 50%, right, since we were hanging out up here in this zone. So I just gotta say, you know, I'm pretty much not looking at this. I don't like consider it like a daily thing, right? I mean, I talk about it daily, but the long-term investment for me is looking into the spring, right, like of 2022. I think they could make a huge comeback because yesterday, even the Fed, when he was speaking, what I noticed is that it was very bullish for crypto because they asked him if he sees crypto as a threat to the financial system, and he said no. He actually said that he sees it as a way that it can help with payments, right? And in my opinion, Loopring, boom, that just popped in my head, right? Because they're dealing with payments too. And so until we start to see some news, guys, I don't know. I mean, look at this support here. I mean, you see a lot of action here. I could imagine it just kind of hangs out here. That would be my idea, right? And let's see, low volume, yep, 7, about average. And then we have this bearish article too that came out, right? It's talking about what's going on with the same action, right? It's just kind of going down. And like I tell you, it moves with the crypto. So it's talking about you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin, and they were down, you know, so that brings the stock down with it. And you can, and Mara and Riot and all the other ones too. Here's some graphing, right? Same kind of similar things that I pointed out. Right here, you see the previous price action here. So I could imagine it gets some kind of support here, guys. And yeah, that's all I got to talk about Bitfarms. Okay, so next, let's summarize here Loopring. Okay, for the day, it's down negative 4.8%. Pretty sure that's the current. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, it's at 216. And I mean, the chart's not looking very strong, guys, right? It's just kind of flat. I think we'll see some action next week, guys. Every single time during Christmas, you know, in the past couple years that I've watched crypto, we see a bit of a rally, right? And then 2.9, it went down a billion there. Volume is down, guys. This is going up, which means that people, even though the price action is going down, guys, people are holding it. This used to be at 21. And even here, look, 52% buys, 48% sells, right? And we can look at the chart here. Like I said, it's supporting this Fibonacci line, guys. I mean, it's bounced off there. It looks like it's holding it. It's underneath the VWAP here, which is not good right now. If it can break above it, that's how you get to see that price action to the upside, right? Master trend line is good. So we just have to wait. It's kind of slow right now. What I did want to point out with Loopring is that they're giving away $600,000 in prices, right? So I found this on their Twitter page. And you know, this is talking about what a great year it's had following the official launch of the layer 2, right? Talking about the smart wallet and the decentralized finance, okay? And they have smart wallets, guys, okay? And their trading volume has surged, right? Loopring trading volume has grown 100 times in the past year. So imagine in the next coming years, right? That's nothing. At the same time, the token has enjoyed a period of strong growth, right? Further strengthening Loopring ecosystem and its community to show our sincere appreciation for the community support to encourage other onboarding onto layer 2. We are excited to bring you a holiday trading tournament with $600,000 worth of tokens up for grabs. Okay, so if you want the details, guys, I'll put the link down low. I don't really understand what they're doing with this part, guys, right? Here's the rules if you want to see, you know, what they're talking about. But what I understand and the crypto is just, you know, this part right here. I understand that it's built on the Ethereum 2 network. What they're trying to do, secure exchanges and payments. You know, it's high performance. It's got its own wallet. It adds security and protection to your crypto, right? That's what I believe in. That's why I'm investing in it, right? So that I understand all that stuff. I just don't really understand. I can't explain to you guys, like, maybe, you know, if you're super into crypto and all that, look into this. But yeah, they're doing a giveaway for Loopring. All right, guys. Yeah, so I know there's a lot of information. Hopefully, you know, you learned something and get something to take away with you guys. Yeah, so it's good to see y'all again. Thanks for coming back to the channel, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe so we can get to 100 here soon. The goal is to get to 1,000 so I can start live streaming, guys, right? The market, you know, the live streaming the stock market during the day and all that, so we can get some price action and some information live, right? So that's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.